all videos are being indexed by Google right now, like videos from Facebook, from Instagram, from TikTok, from YouTube. If you're not posting videos as a home service company, or if your bios aren't filled out, if you're not geotagging, if you're not using hashtags in your area, if you're not using keywords in your captions, you're missing out on an entire area with Google, like fully indexing all of these videos from Facebook, from Instagram, not just YouTube. It's important that they can index your videos. Anyone who's listening to this, go to Google and search plumber in your area and go to videos and see if your videos pop up. If you don't have videos, they're not going to pop up. If you're not using keywords, they're not going to pop up. And your competitors, even if they have not as good marketing as you and not as good search results than you, they're coming up higher than you.
Today's episode is brought to you by one of our show partners, UpFrog.
UpFrog is the OG when it comes to pricing transparency online. They find system replacement leads through paid ads and have developed an entire system to drive those hard-to-find system replacement opportunities, nurture the leads, and book them into sold systems before your team arrives to help you grow your business.
I want to give a huge shout out to Marcus Storm for sponsoring today's episode.
You've heard of Google Ads, Facebook ads, and SEO, but did you know that there's an entire ecosystem, like 80% of the internet, that ads can be served on that you barely heard about?
That's where Marcus Storm operates.
They leverage data science and AI to build customer profiles for your ideal customers and get your ads in front of prospects before they are ready to hire a pro, planting your brand in their minds early and often.
To chat with a team about how they can help you grow your business, visit marcusstorm.ai.
Hello, everyone out there in podcast world. I hope you're having a wonderful day. You are listening to or watching the Service Business Mastery podcast. I am one of your hosts, Tersh Blissett, and I'm not sitting virtually next to my co-host, Josh, but Joshua Crouch is my co-host, and he's going to be so disappointed that he misses having a conversation with the world famous Jen McKee.
I feel like he always misses it. It's on purpose.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to you. No,
exactly.
So for those of you who do not know Jen McKee, this is Jen McKee. She's on our show today.
Hello.
Great friend of ours. And her and her wonderful husband, we see each other and hang out all the time at expo events. And if you go to expo events that are in the trades or related to the trades, you're probably going to run into Jen and Jason. So
we're hard to miss.
They always got something flashy, flashy outfits, and I love them. I am most of the times jealous of what you're wearing. So,
I feel like, my husband gets, what is the word? People think that he's you sometimes because he wears suits, but I've never seen you wear suits that are the same color as what Jason's wearing.
He has got some suits. Like he'll have that bright purple or bright purple, dark, deep purple, but it stands out and it's on brand, which is amazing. Like y'all, every time I see y'all at events, you're always on brand, and I know that's on purpose. It's not by mistake. But for those who do not know who you are, can you give an introduction of yourself and what you're doing, and make sure you mention your podcast too?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. I'm Jen McKee. I am the founder of Kee Hart Marketing. So we specialize in social media for home services. We do typically wear really bright stuff out and sequins and sparkly things. And the goal of that is because if people don't know who you are, then they can't work with you. That's our first lesson with social media and marketing. I also host a podcast called the Key to Growth podcast, which is produced by Tersh's team.
Not Tersh, Tersh's team.
Tersh's team,
Skilled Trades
Syndicate. So many S's. I am also the founder of the Growth Experience Conference, which is coming up this spring, March 30th through April 1st in San Antonio, Texas. Put it in your calendar right now.
Yep. I'm one of those people that I rarely ever go back and read my notes, but if I don't write them down, I'll never remember them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes. Actually, there's I think there's some neuroscience behind that, but that's why when you're, and this is kind of a different topic, but when you write down gratitude or when you write down the things that are really bothering you, like something's just churning in your head. If you get it out of your head, there's just something about writing things down that actually solidifies it more. And then for me, also helps get things out of my head, because otherwise you're just thinking there's too much thoughts. You got to get them out.
Yeah. For years and years and years now, I've had these notebooks beside my desk or beside my bed on my nightstand. And I say probably for about 10 years, and I still have the same notebook because I never write anything down in them.
That's funny. You always get those really good thoughts before you fall asleep or like when you're in the shower.
Yeah.
What I start doing is I Slack them to myself, but I also just I don't like give enough details. It's so bad. Now that I have I have this whole team, and people like sometimes we're like reading notes and these are like to-dos in our level 10 meetings. And I'm like, I just don't even know what that meant. Like, I don't know what that
I
was.
laugh so hard because I've done the exact same thing so many times. I'll go back and look at something the next day and I'm like, what was I talking about?
Yeah, like literal, there's like no context. And I'm like, I can't even begin to, I have no idea, like not even a sliver of an idea of what I was thinking.
Oh, let me reach this thing. Okay, so this is not a plug for this product. Like I don't have any kind of affiliation with this product at all, but it's called the Bee, and this is actually not even opened. I love this product so much that I bought like 5 of them, and they're just sitting on my desk to give away to people because it's a wristband, like so, and it's it's just a recorder in there, and it will add notes and tasks to your calendar. So
that's awesome.
While you're talking all day, and it geotags where your conversation's having. So you leave it on all day long, and it just listens to your conversation and then says, hey, do you want to add this this task to your calendar for tomorrow? Like I literally have one this morning that's like, hey, follow up with so and so about this automation. And it's because I was talking, I was thinking about it, and I said, you know what, let me say it out loud. And so I started talking to myself, which is kind of weird sometimes. If you ever see me talking to myself, just know I'm having a company meeting.
But it's also, you're talking to your robots, which is kind of a whole different thing.
It is. It's weird because you have to add more context because it'll try and fill in the blanks otherwise. And so, yeah, it'll come back later at the end of the day with a list of things that, like, do you want to create an email, and it'll create a full email for you based on the
That's awesome
plan. Or do you want to create a new task inside of your Google Calendar? And it's really awesome. Like it's for those who listen and regularly to the show and to the podcast, they know that I have a ton of gadgets. I have a ton of automation gadgets and AI tools like the Plods, these devices here for recording notes and stuff. This, I will say, the Plod device is much better at creating a detailed outline of the conversation after the fact, but you don't leave it on all day. And then there's this other device here that would be really cool. Jen, I don't even think I've ever talked to you about this. It's just ugly as homemade sin. And that's this thing here. And
is it a camera?
It's a camera, and it's a device that you would wear. So like if I'm going on service calls or anything, I'll wear it on me, and it will take short bursts throughout the day, and then compile those together to make you can make a social media video.
Yeah, that sounds really cool, actually. Like your whole, although my day is a lot of just sitting at the computer.
I have it sitting right there looking at me, and it'll do it'll do 10-second burst every minute. And then it'll compile the things that you're doing, and then it'll make a montage of like over the month, like this is, and then there's times where it's like got 3 hours of recording where there's nobody sitting in my chair.
Like, oh no.
Like, whoops, my bad. But yeah, but on a service call, it's really cool because it like does a montage of like the different things we did on the service call and stuff like that. And then it sends it to you.
Cool.
And
you should send me that link.
I will.
Maybe our clients can try it. That sounds really cool.
I will. I just wish it was smaller and didn't look like a starburst hanging out on my shirt. But what I really want to talk to you about is the conference that you have coming up. We're going to talk growth in general, but the putting on a conference is a lot. And
yeah, no kidding. Honestly, I was inspired by you guys.
Yeah.
By the TAP conference. Yeah. I was like, if they can do it. No, I'm just kidding. But really, I was inspired by the like the size of it, the the whole flow of it, like for sure, that was where I was like, this is what it's going to be like. It's going to be like this conference. Cause I really love that. It was like intimate. You like were able to talk to every person that was in the room. The content and the sponsors were all like very intentional. And so I'm not joking. I really was inspired by that whole thing.
Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad I put a lot of work on your plate. So
no kidding. I know. Like, it'll be fine. It's like every corner I'm like, oh my God, that's just like something else so small that you don't even think about that is an actual thing that is important.
I think one of the most important things to me, well, I don't think this, I know that one of the most important things to me and Josh both, and Julie, for those who did not attend the event, Julie and Carol and Nadine, they did a lot of this, like 99.999% of the work on the back end. They did it, and it wouldn't have been possible without them. But one of the things that I really emphasized to them was that, like, if we have a presenter, it's not a sales presentation. Like I cannot stand going to a conference where I have to pay what I feel like is a significant amount of money and then go sit and listen to people sell to me. And I'm like, you should have paid me to come to this conference. It's like going to
well, those people did likely pay, also to get your ears. So then there's just like a broker in between that's like, I'll sell you all these eyeballs, all these listeners. Yeah,
absolutely. So I just got a cramp. Oh my gosh. Oh, anyways. Yeah. So like, that's one of the things that I love. And I know that your conference is aimed the exact same way. And I know that based on your personality too. But you're talking a lot profits, people, and presence. And, for everybody that's going, I don't have my tickets yet because I'm a slacker and I haven't paid for it yet. But I am getting a ticket and I will be there.
Yay.
So
we can't wait.
I just want to know what presents I'm getting.
I know. Okay. So you're getting my presents there. So the whole conference is around profits, people, and presence. So all of our content, all of our sponsors will support you and your business in those three pillars. Our keynote is a well-known author who we're actually announcing tomorrow. So anyone that's watching this live, if you're following me on Facebook, we're going to announce it tomorrow. We've like dropped some hints. I don't know if you've seen them. Well, they're on my Facebook. You can go look at them and see if you can guess who this person is. I'm super excited about it. We also have a VIP experience where our two leaders are going to be basically breaking down who you think you are, moving you into who you actually want to be, and then applying that to your personal and professional life. And this like offsite VIP experience. It's going to be really incredible. And all of our VIP goers will get to do a Q&A and like photo opportunity with this keynote too, which is going to be super cool. I hope I can break away for it. I'm like, do I get to come?
I know. I will tell you, as someone who put on the event for the first time themselves, there's a lot to do in the background. Like I was running around. I wanted to talk.
I know. I'm like, we need somebody doing this. I'm lucky. I have someone else that lives locally to me. We're doing the conference local. Someone on my team is local. She's our COO. She's our director of client experience. She's also on our sales and marketing team. She does all the things. And she's like, Jen, I'm going to be like running around. I'm like, no, we need to find someone else who's going to be running around because I need you to be doing things that are like higher level than running around during this conference. I mean, yes, we're going to be running around, but someone else needs the responsibility of running around so that it's not falling onto us.
Yeah. I mean, you're 100% correct though, because I felt so bad because I wanted to talk to like every single attendee because I mean, if you signed up, I seen your name, I seen your contact information, like it came across my desk. I put it into an Excel spreadsheet.
Right.
So like, I know your background and
it's not like, this isn't like Pantheon. It's like, thank you so much for coming to my event. You're like basically coming to my party. Yeah, like you're
absolutely. And I want to be the best host and I want to hang out with you. I want to talk to you. I want to catch up with you. But it's like, oh, the elevator doesn't work in the hotel. Can you figure that? I'm like, what?
How is that your problem?
I know, but it becomes my problem. And so, yeah,
I forgot that happened. And then every time there was so good thing I forgot that happened. So it wasn't a big deal, but we were going into the service elevator in the laundry room to try to find an elevator that would work. And we ended up in there with the bartender. He had an entire cart of liquor with him because the elevator wasn't working. I forgot that happened. That was crazy.
It did. And I was on the 7th floor or something, but my kids and my mom came to hang out with us, and they were on the 18th floor or something crazy.
Oh no, they were just stuck up there constantly.
Well, they had to walk the stairs. And I was like, oh, that's terrible. You need to exercise anyways. But
yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Okay, so before we get too far into talking about growth and whatnot, I do want to make sure that we don't miss opportunity. Where can people sign up for the event?
Okay, so the growth experience is thegrowth-experience.com. Oh, I see Everett. He's saying hi. I don't know where these comments are coming from, if they're mine or yours, but I'm excited. I linked it to my but thanks for joining us, Everett. So thegrowth-experience.com. We have tickets on sale right now for our VIP and our general admission. I didn't even the other thing that's really cool about the content. So the content has been so important to me in this event. It's actually a much harder thing than I thought that was going to be too, but hey, whatever, you learn as you go. So
you grow.
Yeah, you grow as you go. But it's important to me that we have people who are sharing from what they've learned, what they know, because I think that the way that I've always grown and learned is by finding people who have done it before and asking them what they did. There's so much leverage in other people's experience. And so we're going to have a couple of different panels, one around sales, one around marketing, one around operations, to really just bring in people who are awesome at this thing, awesome at marketing, awesome at sales. And I own a marketing company. All of my friends are marketers, and I'm purposely finding contractors who have done their own marketing to ask them what they're doing. Not because I don't love my friends and I don't think they're incredible, but because you can get more of an opinion that you can trust from people who were in the field and have done the thing, I guess,
Oh, yeah.
So
100%.
that's what the content is going to be. Like I said, we have an incredible keynote. Gosh, I can't wait to share that tomorrow.
You're chomping at the bit.
I know, because it's so good. I should have told you before, but it's probably better that I didn't, because now
I would have said it already. Oh, it's slipped.
Oh no. We're live. We would have had to delete it, go back and edit it.
No,
this is this live TV where they give us a 2-second thing delay. No,
hey,
probably
mom,
not.
Hey mom. Yeah.
Anyways, okay. So thegrowth-experience.com. I also said earlier, be sure that you're following me on Facebook, or we're friends on Facebook. I'm friends. I want to be friends on Facebook. And that's where I'm sharing a ton of up-to-date stuff too.
What happens if we don't have Facebook though?
What? We're on Facebook right now. Yeah. So
there are people who don't really.
Yeah, who just listen to podcasts.
Well,
they
don't spend a lot of time on Facebook.
Right.
If for those of you who are, I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag per se a little bit here. For those who follow and engage with me on Facebook, I want off.
I don't feel like you should say this. I think that this is wherever you're going with this, I don't trust it.
Yeah, I don't trust either. I want to say thank you, and I love the fact that you follow and engage with me. But sometimes it's not me. So,
well, like your automation robot that tells dad jokes.
Yeah, perfect example of it. So if I do not respond to you, if you make a comment on that post, please do not take offense to that, because that is 100% an automation that I built out to annoy Josh. And it's great because it does
with
annoy
such
Josh.
Simple purpose, just to annoy Josh.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I was reaching out to one of my friends from the Women in HVACR. And, with Women in HVACR, there's a lot of women who work on the distribution side or the supplier side, not on the contractor marketing side. And And I message everyone on Facebook. That's how I like reach out to people. Is
That's
I
how
just
we
message
talk
them on
every time we
Facebook.
talk.
Well, that in Slack. I think
Yeah.
it's funny. You're someone I like reach out to in multiple places. Like Ryan Redding, I'll have like 3 conversations going on with him at the same time on different, like one of them's in text, one of them's over here. And I'm like, this is so messy. But anyway, she was like, Jen, why are you messaging me on Facebook? I'm like, I literally spend my whole day there. That's like what I do. That's how I communicate with people. That's the thing. But I recognize that not everyone does that. So if you're not on Facebook, you can go to my Instagram. I'm just kidding. The growth-experience.com is where you can find out more about the conference.
All right, cool. That's awesome. I do not spend any time on Facebook at all, or hardly at all, unless I get a notification, and it's 100% Facebook's fault. What was that comment that popped up? I didn't even see it. Oh, Everett. Is this
even you? No, this is your AI.
You even know it.
The AI you.
This is my avatar popping up here talking. So I will 100% blame Meta for the reason I don't spend time on Facebook, because I spend a lot of time on TikTok.
Like the algorithm.
The
algorithm's
and
better.
The notifications if I get one notification, I get 30,000 notifications a day that I don't want to see. And
no, I turn off all my notifications. That's what you do. You should not have any. You don't need them. Just turn them all off.
I try my best. Like, I don't want to be notified that somebody just changed the background of a group. Like, I know. I don't want to know that. I could care less. Don't send me a notification for that. Anyways, like that's into my rant. But
that happens to Jason too. Like, he'll get, and his phone's like ding ding, and I'm like, what is that? And he's like, oh, so and so just posted in a group. I'm like, that is horrible. Like, turn that off. That's unnecessary information.
But there's not an easy way to just go in and turn them all off. Like,
you do it from your phone settings.
Well, I
like
have
you
that.
just turn all notifications.
Yeah, my
off.
phone notifications are all turned off. So, but when
you just mean when you log in,
it's
like
when I log in, it's like 99 plus notifications. I was like, I was just on yesterday.
So I have admin access to like 100 Facebook pages. So the amount of notifications that I get are that's probably why I have to be on Facebook all day. It's just to keep up with the actual notifications that matter, so that
I think I have an anxiety attack thinking about
aren't they're not like my business, basically.
Yeah, and those are the ones you can't ignore. So, like,
our account managers take care of all of that, so we're good. Luckily, if I had to pay attention to those, that would be very, very hard.
It is. It's so stressful. Because you don't want to miss things, and I'm sure there's great stuff out there, and
But the TikTok algorithm is better, which is why Jen McKee says you should be on TikTok.
You should be on TikTok. And TikTok, they do a good, I feel like, okay, this is my opinion, and Jen, you correct me if I'm wrong. TikTok does a lot better job of making sure that your post gets seen. So then you want to make more posts or make more videos. But
there's a lot of reason behind, like, there's a lot of like science behind that, and some of it is just the amount of content that's already in Meta. Like, they can't, even if they wanted to award us that way. So instead, Meta rewards us by paying us for posting.
Yeah.
So that's what they say, and everybody thinks that's so fun. Like, how cool is it that I get paid by Facebook every month just because I post content? So that's how they like reward the creator, whereas TikTok isn't doing that, but they're actually showing my content. Yeah, no, it's like nothing. It's like, but it's still fun.
My blue check mark, like,
yeah, right.
Or barely does. But
it's still something to brag about, And then you realize, like, oh, everyone's getting paid.
Oh, everybody's getting paid. Oh, where's my $10.99 at the end of the year? Oh, you don't need more for $3.
They're like, we didn't give you enough money for that. We cap everyone out at $4.99, but
Hello, home service professionals. Do you want to maximize your marketing budget? Then you need to be using call tracking from CallRail. Let's say you noticed a spike in new leads this month. To find out what's driving them, you just log into your CallRail dashboard. Is my new Facebook ad outperforming my other ads? Or is paid search knocking it out of the park? Or maybe it's time to retire those newspaper ads. Since CallRail assigns a unique phone number to each of my marketing efforts, I know where my best leads come from and which efforts to scrap. CallRail shows you your most cost-effective marketing channels so you can get back to business. Go to callrail.com/SBMpod and try it for free.
Today's episode is powered by Cirrus Systems.
Cirrus is all about removing the clutter and unnecessary touch points to run your home service business profitably.
They use AI dispatching to get the right tech to the right call automatically and job time efficiency to ensure your entire team runs like a profit-generating machine.
Get a tech upgrade for your business at get.sarah.tech/service-business-mastery.
I do want to talk a little bit about growth in general, though. You've had some really great growth. I know that you've, in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of life, you haven't been doing what you're doing right now for an extremely long period of time. Is that correct?
Yeah. Maybe it's just like, why? This is what's interesting. So the podcast that I host is called the Key to Growth Podcast, and it's a marketing resource. And then we created the conference and called it the Growth Experience. And although I'm sure part of my brain knew that they both had growth, it wasn't obvious to me. I didn't do that on purpose. I wasn't like, oh, the Key to Growth and then the Growth Experience. But I think that having a growth mindset is just something that I am always thinking of like how that's how you find success in life, is like thinking about what else could be or what more could you do, and then surrounding yourself with resources that actually can help you get to that next level. And that's really what the purpose of the conference is like surrounding yourself with other people who have that same drive of not willing to settle, but looking for something new, something different, some new idea, some new connection, something that's going to take them to the next level. And whether it's like profits, people, and presence, those are like the three most important things in your business. You know, like you can bring in sales all day, but if you're not bringing anything to the bottom line, you're literally just like on a hamster wheel that isn't getting you anywhere. You would be better off having less sales with higher profits than pushing your sales with no profit. So figuring out how to like actually create a business that can be an asset. I mean, with so much private equity and whether or not you want to sell in the future, we all should be building a business that is sustainable on its own. Otherwise, it's just a job that you have to go to, you know?
100%.
So like figuring out how to bring money to your bottom line, increase your EBITDA, and actually have a company that's worth something. We should all be striving for that, whether or not you want to sell your company at some point in life. So that was where that came from. The people part of it, like that's everything. That's the internal operating part of your business.
So even a little twist on that is like the people at the events, and you mentioned like rubbing shoulders or elbows with other people who have been there, done that. And there's sometimes at some of the events where I'm like, all right, some of the best times that I had was when I got to talk to somebody. Like, and I'm an extreme introvert. Like, people don't understand how extreme of an introvert I am, but it's like, if I'm talking to you, please feel honored because I don't want to. Like, that's
I don't believe that.
For 100%, I am not somebody who likes to go out and talk to people. But when I go to an event, that is almost what the cost of the tickets for, is to meet people. And
I know
your net worth is your network is your net worth. So like the more you grow that network, and it's not like it cannot be just a gimme type mindset, but also like mentor-mentee relationship, like mentor other people too who have been where you're at or where you've where you've been, or they're there now, whatever I meant to say. But there are some of the events, like even coaching groups, where I've gone, and the coaching group itself was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it was good. It was worth the price of admission. But what really set it off was the people and rubbing elbows with each other and saying, oh, I have done this. And I would challenge you, if you attend the event, which I expect everyone listening right now,
Yeah.
you'll be there. I
Right.
challenge you to be vulnerable. Uh,
Yeah.
like nobody's perfect in that room. Yeah, you're going to see some $10 million a year companies, some $20 million a year company. Like you're going to see people who maybe even more than that. Like they just generate a ton of revenue. But they've made mistakes, and I challenge you to be vulnerable and say, hey, I'm struggling with X. I just cannot figure this out. Like, I don't understand why this doesn't work for me, but it seems to work for everyone else. Don't be afraid to say that, that's one of the ways that you're going to grow as a contractor, as a person in general. And I can almost guarantee you, I can pretty much 99% guarantee you that someone else in that room has experienced exactly what you're dealing with. And I know that the first thing you're going to say is like, no, my business is different. We're different. I get it 100%. I've even said it myself, but it's not. Like it's somebody else in that room has experienced it. Be vulnerable and say it out loud, because the worst thing in the world is to sit at a table, and even if you mumble it under your breath, like sometimes I'll be listening in like a little creeper, like, did you say such and such? Like, yeah, I did. I was like, sorry for being a weirdo, but I've experienced that too. And here's what I did. And when I went through it, and looking back, this is what I wish I would have done differently. And I will be on an airplane and having conversations like that. And it's like, did we just become friends? Like, yeah, like, quit touching my elbow, but yeah, we're friends now. Like, so like that's one of the things with the people at the event, and the growth in general. I think that's what I would challenge you. If I don't get to talk to you personally, just know to do that.
I think you're right. I mean, I love that you took that from the people part, because it is definitely about connecting. And I know, one other thing I wanted to say when you were talking, it made me think of this, but I think so often people don't feel like they have anything to offer. Like not only that you don't want to ask questions of people that you don't know, but like no one cares about what I know. Like nobody, so I have my whole life, I purposely intentionally look for groups of people that are where I want to be, so that I can just like learn more from them or ask questions, like have somebody to reach out to and ask questions to, which is incredible. And it's great to do that in real life and meet people that maybe you've been in the same Facebook group for years, or you've seen them other places and you've never met them. It's great to be able to do that. But also, every person listening has something beneficial, or it's something that you can share. Like no matter where you're at, even if you are still starting off, like there's things that and like little, what is that word? Like genius, areas of genius that you have that other people would, it's incredible. I went to it wasn't even an event. Like I was invited to someone's house, but all of the people in the room were like way further than where I am. Like, and I'm like, okay, a little bit of imposter syndrome here.
Oh yeah.
But like I was still able to share things that were around the things that I know, which is social media and personal branding and how important it is to put yourself out there, where a lot of these people were like, either super intimidated by what I was telling him or like asking me for help with it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I have things that I can share too. Everybody has things that they're good at, things that they wish that they knew more about. And no matter where you are, when you're in the same room as somebody and you're on the same path of like what it is that you're doing there, which is like the growth experience is a place for you to learn and grow in your business and as a person and as a leader. These are other people who want to do that too. Like you should get their phone number. Like you should be friends with them on Facebook. You should try to start building a relationship with them.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's been times where I inadvertently got into a conversation with somebody that's way further along in life than I was. And that happened to me recently in almost the same situation as you described there. And I start asking questions, and then I'm like, I just realized I'm in a different tax bracket here.
Yeah, no kidding.
and then I'm like, all right, I don't think I feel like I have anything to offer to y'all. And then we start talking a little bit about AI and some automation and things, and they're like asking me a gazillion questions. And I was like, are y'all just being nice? Because I don't feel like y'all need my information, but they do. They really, everyone has something to offer just based on life experience in general.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. And then the presents part of it is the part that Tersh was confused about earlier, because we won't be giving out Christmas presents, but the whole event itself is a present. But it's more around your
the last
presence.
day of the event is on April Fool's Day. So maybe pop out with surprise. You do get
exactly. Right. But it's about your presence. So Kee Hart Marketing is a social media company. Your presence, who you are in your community, who you are as a leader, who you are in your market, who you are in the industry, like your presence matters in so many ways, in so many shapes and form. So that's the other pillar, is your presence. And as a business owner, as a brand, as a person.
So so with things moving over to AI, and I know that this is a hot topic, how important is it for business owners or businesses in general to still do their own stuff, like their social media? Like,
I think about this all the time.
Yeah.
Well, especially because I speak about AI and social media, and I feel like it's like a trick. I'm like, don't use too much AI with your social media. But it's because there's so many tools that AI can help you be more efficient, more effective, make it easier. Like there's so many things, like even like the simple things that we use, like ChatGPT. Like obviously everyone's ChatGPT, know so much about you, so there's like so many things that you could use that for, even for content writing. But somebody posted the other day on Facebook, they were like, do you read an email if you know it's written by AI? And like every single person's like, no, because it like, I don't, because it's and not like on purpose, but I'm just like, meh. Yeah. And it's not even just emails, because I'm not even opening my emails, but it's like
open them to read them anyway.
Yeah, you gotta open them. But it's Facebook content more so. Like when you can tell that somebody like wrote this whole thing with AI, and it's not like I'm looking at it like, well, this was AI, I don't want to read it. It's like, typically it's not something that I'm interested in reading, because it's like there's no genuine storytelling in it. There's no like, there's this like weird cadence to it that we recognize as being like how ChatGPT writes. And so
why is that? Like, how do we instantly, because I'm the same way. As soon as I see a post, I can immediately tell you that the AI wrote it. And people, there's other people that I've talked to and they're like, no, I didn't realize that was AI. I'm like, it's obvious it was written by AI. Like, and they're like, how is
the more time you spend with it, the more you recognize it.
Yeah. They're like, how is it obvious? I was like, I can't tell you how it's obvious. It's just,
I know. It's the cadence. It's like the structure. It's specifically ChatGPT has a very specific structure that it uses with like the way that it writes things. And the structure to me right now annoys me. But that's just like, we all were annoyed by the M dash of ChatGPT. Like there are always going to be things like that with AI. And that's why like it's still so important to have realness in your content, especially if you're trying to like build relationships and build visibility.
Well, what about using even like your avatar to create videos, or maybe use your AI avatar to create a podcast?
So like, okay, most of what people can do right now, just playing around, it looks like AI or computer generated. There is some incredible technology. Like I was on a shop tour, and their marketing department used AI to create some commercials, and the commercials were really good. Like they were running them on TV, and they looked really good. So that is 100% a possibility. It took a ton of time. Like if you saw the thing about Coca-Cola making those AI commercials, and how it took like, I forget what they said, like 60,000 prompts or something. And that was just like the prompting side of it, not even the editing and everything.
And
so
it
it's
looked terrible still.
right? Like the one that I'm talking about looked better than that one. That one looked like
Garbage.
Google VEO3 that you were just like continuing to give it the same prompt or whatever. But and then Sora, like you can always tell when it's Sora, and it's like this is so fake and like the most ridiculous like idea that somebody came up with. So, but when I was at, I don't think you went to Home Service Freedom this year.
No,
but,
I didn't make it this year.
Kevin O'Leary was there, and he showed us his avatar that he's been having built in Dubai. And so he went through a huge process where like he went over there, they recorded him, they like have all of his like the way that he moves, the way that he talks, like and he said it wasn't that expensive. He said it was like $2,000 investment. I'm pretty sure that's what he said, which is crazy. I mean, that doesn't include flying to Dubai and like doing all this, but like what he paid for this. And that avatar looked really good. That was like very, very realistic. I couldn't tell the difference between it. And he said what he was figuring out is if his wife could tell the difference. That's how he knew whether or not it was like a good one. And his wife, the most recent iteration, his wife couldn't tell the difference. There was like, and so anyway, so something like that like.
Okay, so I sorry to interrupt you. I was at an event in Florida, and we were going to dinner, or we just got finished going to dinner, and I was showing everybody there how Gemini can take a photo and make it into a video. And immediately the wives were in the third row of our car, and they were like, what if somebody made this and they made two people that had just randomly taken a picture together? What if it made them interact as if they were a couple? Right. And because the video was really realistic. Like, some of them you could tell when they edited it, but other ones you really couldn't tell unless I had told you that it was done by Gemini and or Nano Banana, whatever it was. And so I'm thinking, oh man, people are going to start getting in trouble if they start. Yeah, there's like some implications. So that's kind of scary. That random thought for sure. In my head.
No, I know, and that's always been the concern. More so with like world leaders, country leaders, and what type of like chaos could come to be if they were put into a video and look like they were telling something that they weren't.
Well, there's yes. I mean, I was going to say there are laws against it, but if you're like really trying to make something bad happen, you don't care about that anyways. But
correct. Yeah, no, for sure. And so I say it like everything to say like the tools are getting better. Like there's no reason not to keep playing with that and trying with that. There's some really cool stuff. Sarah Gerardo shares a lot of like fun like tools that you can use. One of them is a song creator, which is so fun. My kids love playing with stuff like that too, where you like it like writes a song for you. What did you say?
Suno, SUNO.
Yeah. And so like you can use something like that, which is cool and easy and like maybe not the best, but kind of fun.
I gave my daughter my account. I put it on her phone, and she actually uploaded it. She's a really good storyteller, and she's our only artistic child in the whole family. But she wrote this story that ended up being like in the Georgia Young Authors thing. And
cool.
So she actually just uploaded that story as the lyrics of this song, and it was a really good song for that, like with those lyrics and stuff. So it was really cool, and that was like 3 months ago. It was like 3 months ago. So I can imagine how it would be now.
I know, and so there's a lot of like cool stuff that you can do. So Everett came in YouTube and said there's good data to support customer capture gains with AI. Lots of time being spent on it. Wonder if it's actually results in higher ROAS than standard marketing channels.
That's a great question for Jen. So what's the answer?
Well, I'm honestly a little bit confused by the question. Is there good data to support customer capture gains with AI? Well, what I think is really interesting is the ads that ChatGPT is going to be rolling out, which we knew that this was going to happen. And so what is that going to actually look like? and how much search is actually being used over there. That is like, is this worth your time? As far as like figuring out AI, I mean, Tersh can attest to this. Like, people are looking for people who can create using AI agents, using automations and all of these things. And people are paying really big money for that. So I think like from that standpoint of understanding how to use AI, but if you're talking about it from a marketing standpoint, I think it's still in limbo. But there's also just like so much that's constantly changing. Another thing, and I don't know what time this ends, but I think it ends really soon, this conversation between us,
Oh yeah,
like
it is.
in 5 minutes. But another thing that I want to bring up is something not even super related to AI, but related to search, that all videos are being indexed by Google right now, like in its own little video area. So videos from Facebook, from Instagram, from TikTok,
Okay.
from YouTube.
Social media.
And so like if you're not posting videos as a home service company or wherever your customers are, if you're not posting videos, that if your bios aren't filled out, if you're not like geotagging, if you're not using hashtags in your area, if you're not using keywords in your captions, you're missing out on an entire area. And we know that AI
So we
search
do need a
is
geotag?
pulling. What?
We do need a geotag still?
I would do all of the things because we know that AI search is pulling from search. Like we know that Gemini just made a deal with Apple. Like we know, even though ChatGPT pulls from other sources, like we still know the markers of how things are found. And with Google like fully indexing all of these videos from Facebook, from Instagram, not just YouTube, it's important that they can index your videos, and they're pulling from the bio, honestly. So someone posted the other day.
What do you mean the bio?
They like your bio on Facebook or Instagram for your company. So like someone posted the other day that this really cute bio, but it didn't say anything about literally what they did. You know, like HVAC in what city are y'all in?
What?
San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like heating and air conditioning in San Antonio, Texas. It didn't say that. It had like their tagline and like stuff that wouldn't be good searchable information. And like it needs to be more specific. And then if you can fit in
doesn't
something,
look cute on your Instagram.
I know, but these videos are being tagged. And anyone who's listening to this, go to Google and search plumber in your area and go to videos and see if your videos pop up. If you don't have videos, they're not going to pop up. If you're not using keywords, they're not going to pop up. And your competitors, even if they have not as good marketing as you and not as good search results than you, they're coming up higher than you.
That's pretty wild. And is that pretty new there? Because I know they were pulling a lot from YouTube.
I know. I can't tell you exactly when this happened. Yeah. We've been watching it for the last couple months, but yeah, it was YouTube, and then they started indexing TikTok, but it surprises me how much Facebook and Instagram gets pulled.
But you don't upload a transcription on those platforms, though. So that's what.
No, but they all auto transcribe.
Yeah, I mean,
I know it's not like the same, but
right.
The hashtags, they're pulling hashtags. They're pulling from your bio.
Okay, wow, that's good to know. Good to know.
I know.
All right, what's the name of the event again?
The Growth Experience. So if you go to thegrowth-experience.com, San Antonio, Texas, March 30th through April 1st.
And that's
only 70 tickets. Once our keynote gets released, it's going to go fast.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
And now that everybody knows that I'll be there, they might.
Yeah, exactly. That was all we needed. Tersh will be there. Well, actually, we're going to set up a photo booth with him so that you can take a picture. You can talk to him.
It'll be my avatar.
No, it'll really be him.
Cool. Jen, it's always great to chat with you and hang out. I look forward to seeing you in person in a couple weeks now. And
me too.
So if anybody has any questions at all, if you have questions, especially about social media marketing, make sure that you reach out to Jen, and make sure you follow her podcast, Key to Growth podcast. And with that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful and safe week until we talk again next time. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Service Business Mastery. Now that you are equipped with essential business advice from this impactful conversation, you are one step closer to becoming the successful owner of your dreams. If this episode has been helpful to your business journey, don't forget to subscribe to the show, leave a rating, and share it with other owners as well. Visit servicebusinessmastery.com to learn more.